Good day, SportSpek's back, Matt again, and we got Vito the Ken Bone. Today's episode is actually kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, no one else will think that, but let's hear it. He's talking stats here. Let's go.
All the time, I get people asking me, Matt, like, what are the differences between all these different types of odds and probabilities that all these websites and other sportsbook come out with? And that's actually a pretty valid thing to address, just because there's a lot of differences between European, all that kind of stuff, the American odds. So today we're just going to give you guys kind of just an introduction into three main odds that you're going to kind of see around the entire world.
Now, before we get into that, really quickly, what is this? What did you do?
A little embarrassing. Might have been a few substances within me, and I might have done something weird. But that's it. That's all I'm going to say.
So you didn't bet on the Bears winning, and that's why you punched a wall and no?
Oh, no.
Or Manziel throwing.
Yeah, that's why I punched the wall.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
4 picks in a half. That's all I'm going to say. Johnny Manziel.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? He's up and coming. I mean, he's
up and coming.
I would still say I think he's going to get the start the next game. I mean, they have no one else, but
well, look, he plays for a team in the CFL in Canada. All right,
that is a CFL. Yes.
Canadians. Okay, I hope you know where I'm going with that. But
no, I don't.
He plays for a team called the Alouettes. What is an Alouette?
It's not a silhouette. So
it's definitely not a silhouette.
Is it a bird?
Like what is he like? It's just the Alouettes. Like, be an astronaut. Something everybody knows.
Well, they have the Argonauts. What is it?
The Argonaut. What's an Argonaut? Yeah, that's also in the CFL. What are they doing over there, Northerners? Regardless, let's get back on topic here before we get heated about Johnny Manziel. All right. So there's three odds that I was trying to talk about earlier. We have decimals, fractions, and then American odds. So let's get into the decimals, which you'll see primarily in Europe and overseas sports books. Most commonly, like over the years, if you went on Bovada, Paddy Power, what else?
Well, Bet365, Ladbrokes.
All of them, for the most part, they all have decimal odds. By decimal odds, it's just like, hey, this team's going to win, and the odds are 2.5. I'm sure everybody's heard that before. And that's this example. And basically what that means is that for every $1, and let's say the odds are 2.5. So if for every $1 you stake at odds of 2.5, you receive $2.50 back.
So if I'm betting $100 on Manziel getting another touchdown or a touchdown ever, what would be my payout there?
Well, so if let's say the odds are still 2.5, your return would be $200.50. What am I talking about? I can't.
$200.50.
I can't speak today.
What a bargain! This guy over here is an accountant, by the way.
Oh man, okay. It's because of my hand.
So what is it?
The payout's $250.
I see. That's a big difference.
So yeah, your profit there would be $150, and then because your stake is $100.
Nice.
And that's decimals. Again, you're gonna primarily see that overseas. The next one is fractions, and you guys probably hear this all the time too. That'd be like 1 to 4, 3 to 1 odds. All that business.
That was my favorite subject in high school math, by the way, fractions.
Yeah, fractions.
I waited till high school math to learn it. I did middle school.
Yeah.
No, high school math.
The only time I ever hated fractions is I remember taking geometry. And you remember all those squares and everything be like a fourth, 3/4 inches, all that kind of stuff.
And you were in advanced math. I was in the
I hope you went through those type of fractions
with little rectangles and triangles. And you put it through the hole and stuff like that. Yeah, it was good. It was very geometry based, but it's whatever.
That's fair.
I'm still here today in college.
Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised, but true.
Thank you.
So back to those fractions. Not triangles and shapes. All right. So let's say Johnny Manziel, we're back at him, all right? And it's 3 to 1 odds. So it basically means that for every $1 you stake at odds of 3 to 1, you will receive $3 profit and your $1 stake back to you, okay? So a further example, let's go back to that $100 bet we had earlier. Your return there would be $400 at 3 to 1 odds.
Big money.
Yeah. I didn't mess up this time. I didn't say, $3.
$3.75 and a nickel. So 80 cents? No.
And 3 pennies. All right. So then of that $400, 300 of that is profit, and that $100 you get back because that was your initial stake. All right, that's the fractions. And then our favorite, and hopefully we'll see this soon all over the U.S., but there's American odds, and that's also commonly known as the money line. A lot of you guys probably hear this all the time, like is Johnny Manziel? I love Johnny Manziel today, I guess. We're just going to talk about him.
You've always loved him.
Yeah, I did. Fun. He looks like a fun guy. But let's say you always see odds of like 100, positive 100 or minus 100. So that's usually what an American odd is. They use actual whole numbers, that kind of stuff. And basically what this all means, for positive figures, the odds quote how much money you will win on a $100 stake. And for negative figures, the odds show how much needs to be staked in order to win $100. So for example, back to that $100 bet, and there are odds of positive 250, you will have a return of $350 made up of $250 in profit and your initial $100 stake. Now, in return, if that's negative 200, and you bet $200 on odds of negative 200, you'll return $300. All right, so it's a little different, and that's made up of $100 profit and your initial $200 stake.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what that money line means, and we should honestly probably start seeing that more often if the states ever actually decide to do something.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's get it up, New Jersey.
We're still waiting, but.
So speaking about odds, there's a game going on soon. Hull City, Aston Villa.
He keeps trying to get me on this. He keeps trying.
So we're going to do these segments going forward on the bet of the day. And this is where Matt's going to come in with his quantitative skills, and I'm going to say, nope, you're wrong.
Hit or miss.
So it's going to be the math versus the emotion, basically.
Okay.
And my emotions is just always against Matt. So he's going to go over his calculations, how he did it, and how he, what he expects to happen. And I'm going to just say, nope. So I'm going to act as the house in the scenario. What's going to happen then if he wins or he loses? If he loses, he's going to have to do a dare that that I've thought of, which this one will be great, and you'll see soon.
I'm going to come back with a second broken hand.
Possibly, maybe a broken arm to just continue on upwards. But if he wins, then I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to, lose out, and I'm going to have to do the dare, which is going to be very interesting. Hopefully he screws up.
It's
like
not
he screwed up earlier.
It's not if you lose. It's how many times you're going to lose to me.
So the house always has an advantage. So over the long run, if we're using Vegas odds, I should win. I'll come out on top. So have fun with that.
Hey, I'm ready. Whatever you want.
So now, okay, Hull City, Aston Villa. Who are you taking?
Get ready for my answer, guys. It's going to be a draw. So he loves that. He loves that word draw. Hey, it happens in soccer more often than you want. All right, that's an actual bet.
You're going to bet the draw.
Yes, I'm betting the draw.
So I get everything else.
Yeah, take it. It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw.
Yep.
So this isn't part of the bet, but what are you thinking? 1-1, 2-2?
That's hard. Let's just say a minimum of 1-1. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say 1-1.
So the accountant has spoken. It's gonna be a draw at 1-1, which is basically the accounting. Like, it's basically what an accountant would say with anything. It's the most boring bet that you could ever make. Is a draw at 1-1.
Do you want to make money?
Hey, you know what?
How many times in soccer are there draws?
A ton of times. If you look at the distribution, a ton of times.
So,
but
don't give me that.
Okay, fair. Take the easy way out, accountant. All right, risk averse. I'll take you on that, and the loser is going to have to go dressed as Huck Finn, swim out into this. There's a lake nearby that has a little island on it. You're gonna have to swim out.
I'm gonna do a butterfly.
Dressed as Huck Finn and land on the island. Shout, "I'm Huck Finn," and then.
My question is, how do you even think of something like that? It's such a random thing.
In all honesty, the things that come to my mind, both good and bad, it's just it's disturbing almost. I have a lot of time on my hands, so this is what we do.
Regardless, that's what's going to happen. We'll have more info on why I think that's a tie too, and we're just going to go over some statistics eventually.
Sounds good. So join into the next one where we'll find out who won or lost, and we'll go over how Matt came to the conclusion of it being a draw. So thanks, guys. See ya.